This fanfiction is only for entertainment purposes, so please don't take it seriously and don't be offended. It's just a story made out of imagination, so it doesn't define any character in real life. I hope you'll enjoy this story and leave positive comments without hating the author and character. I don't own any pictures, but the storylines are completely mine. I will do voiceover so you can mute it if you want. Hope you will like the video. There will always be a person who looks like a poem Earth wrote to keep you alive. When I won't do it. I won't marry that monster no matter what. You scream while staring at your father, your voice shaking with anger and pain. Your chest tightens as you grab a vase and throw it at the wall. It crashes into tiny pieces, just like your heart. Tears roll down your cheeks as your eyes fall on your legs, reminding you once again of your condition. Your dad, help her wear the wedding dress and bring her outside. Everyone is waiting for the bride. His cold voice cuts through you like a knife. Wyan, I don't need anyone's help. I am not weak, so stop looking at me like that. I'm fine. Please don't do this, Dad. I don't want to marry him. Your voice cracks. It slowly turns from anger to a helpless, desperate plea. But your father doesn't say anything. He just turns around, his face hard, and walks away. And that's when the truth hits you hard, there's no way out. Your tears flow even more. A few days ago, everything changed. After the accident, your legs stopped working. Now you sit in a wheelchair. The doctor said the chances of walking again are very low. But even then, you stayed strong. You told yourself this won't break you. You believed your loved ones would stand by you, but you were wrong. The people you trusted the most broke you even more. Your fiancé, the one who promised to love you forever, didn't even show up today on your wedding day. That was enough to confirm your doubts. He never loved you. Even if you could walk, he would never have come. Because to him, you were nothing but a game. A bet. You found out the truth right after your accident. You saw your fiancé and your best friend kissing behind your back. And the worst part? No one believed you. They thought you were just hurt and imagining things. And now, when you are already shattered, your father is forcing you to marry his mafia boss, Kim Taehyung. The same dangerous man you rejected so many times before. You feel your chest becoming heavy. Your heart feels like it's sinking. Tonight, everything is falling apart. No one is on your side. And you are completely helpless. You gritted your teeth as you looked at the bed. It was decorated so beautifully, all ready for your wedding night with him. The wedding was already over. Now you sat alone in your room, sitting in your wheelchair, wearing a revealing nightdress. You didn't want to wear it, but his maids forced you into it. Everyone thought he married you just for this night. You bit your lower lip so hard that it started bleeding. Suddenly, you heard the door opening. Your heart dropped. Your hands clenched in shame. You felt like an object, dressed like this, served to him like a toy. You kept your eyes fixed on the floor, frozen, as his footsteps came closer and closer. You quickly tried to cover your exposed body with your trembling hands, but it was useless. And then you were suddenly lifted into the air, held tightly in his arms. You gasped, completely caught off guard. You looked up at Taehyung. His cold eyes were already staring deep into you, making you shiver in fear. He walked towards the bed, still holding you. Your heartbeat sped up. Panic filled your chest. You started struggling, trying to push him away, wanting to fall down rather than stay in his arms. Fear gripped your whole body. Wyan, stop. I said stop. Put me down right now. Please. You kept pushing him, but in the struggle, your hand accidentally slapped his cheek. You froze. Your eyes widened in shock. His face turned to the side. Your whole body filled with fear. Tears welled up in your eyes, afraid of what he would do next. But to your surprise, he didn't get angry. Instead, he quietly laid you down on the bed. As he placed you there, your eyes met his again. His cold, dark stare made your body tremble even more. You shut your eyes tightly, expecting the worst. A tear slipped down your cheek. But nothing happened. You felt the bed shift slightly, and then something soft covered your body. You slowly opened your eyes. He had gently wrapped you with a duvet. You turned your head and saw Taehyung lying next to you, staring at you. His hand came up and touched your cheek softly. You flinched at his touch, but this time it felt warm, different. Taehyung, I know I'm a man, sweetheart. But just because you rejected me before, doesn't mean I will force myself on you. I will never take advantage of your condition. I married you because your father forced this marriage. If I said no, he would have chosen someone else, maybe some random man from the crowd, a stranger. At least with me, you already know who I am. You already hate me. But with a stranger, who knows what would have happened to you? His voice was soft, almost gentle, as he slowly stroked your cheek. More tears rolled down your face. Soon your vision became blurry as you cried silently. Taehyung, don't worry. No one will force you to do anything anymore. Even if you want to sleep alone from tomorrow, I won't stop you. But just for tonight, let me sleep here beside you. He whispered softly and gently pulled you into his arms. You couldn't stop your tears. That night passed more peacefully than you ever thought. You fell asleep in his arms, your heart still full of fear, but his warm touch gave you strange comfort. And Taehyung? He didn't sleep at all. He stayed awake the whole night, watching you silently. Because deep inside, he didn't know if he would ever get to hold you like this again. You kept staring at your hand, gritting your teeth, clenching your fist so tightly that your nails dug into your skin. Anna, your so-called best friend who had stabbed you in the back, stood right in front of you, pretending to cry. But now, after seeing her true face, her fake tears meant nothing to you. Not even a little. She didn't know that you had already found out everything. You never confronted her before. Why? Because you didn't know how to. You trusted her completely. You treated her like a sister, like your family. And that trust had shattered into pieces. Anna, I can't believe this. How could he do this? Just because your fiancé ran away, he married you? He's using your condition. He's disgusting. She said, pretending to be worried about you, talking about Taehyung. But now you could clearly hear the jealousy hidden behind her words. She wasn't worried for you. She was jealous. Her clenched fists didn't escape your eyes. And finally, everything made sense. You understood why she always spoke badly about Taehyung. Even after knowing how much he liked you, she kept poisoning your mind against him. It was simple, she liked him too. She was jealous because Taehyung never looked at her. His eyes were always only on you. You let out a small, cold chuckle. Without saying a single word, you raised your hand and signaled to your personal mate, the one Taehyung had assigned for you. The mate immediately understood and walked towards Anna. She grabbed Anna's arm and started pulling her out. Anna struggled and kept calling your name loudly, hoping you would stop her. But you didn't even glance at her. You just sat there silently, watching her being dragged out of your room, and finally, out of your life. You entered the kitchen in your wheelchair, but froze the moment your eyes saw the scene in front of you. Anna was standing there, talking to Taehyung. He was calmly cutting fruits, completely ignoring her words. Just a few minutes ago, you had her dragged out of your room. And yet, here she was again. This time, speaking badly about you to your own husband. Anna, you're such a kind man, Mr. Kim. I can't imagine how painful it must have been for you to marry a girl who kept rejecting you for someone else. But as soon as that man left her, she ran straight to you. Such a cheap move. But don't worry. I won't support her just because we were friends. I'm here for you. I'll stand by your side. Anna spoke sweetly as she placed her hand on Taehyung's shoulder. That's when his eyes turned dark. Without saying a word, he grabbed her wrist. He switched on the gas stove and pushed her hand into the flames. Anna screamed loudly. You flinched in horror. You could almost feel the pain yourself. Taehyung's anger was like a burning fire, dangerous and cold at the same time. Taehyung, touch me again, and I'll turn you into ashes. His voice was calm but deadly. He let go of her hand, now burned and shaking. She fell back, crying in pain. Taehyung turned to call the guards, but that's when his eyes met yours. You sat there, terrified, watching everything. For a moment, even he froze. One look from him was enough. Your maid quickly understood and dragged Anna out of the kitchen. Taehyung calmly walked towards you, carrying the fruit plate. You quickly hid your trembling hands behind your back. He saw it and let out a soft chuckle. Taehyung, I'm not going to hurt my wife just because she touched my cheek on our wedding night, sweetheart. He knelt down in front of you, looking into your eyes. Wyan, mumbling it wasn't a touch. It was a slap. Taehyung, if that was a slap, then I'm disappointed in you, sweetheart. At least slap hard enough to leave a mark next time. Look. My cheek's still perfect. You stared at him, surprised. A small laugh escaped your lips before you could stop it. Wyan, wouldn't you get angry if I really hit you hard? Taehyung, not even if you stabbed me with those soft hands of yours. He smiled gently. The way he looked at you made your heart skip a beat. You didn't know how to react. Why was he like this? You always thought his love was just a temporary obsession, something that would fade one day. But it never did. Wyan, don't be like this, Taehyung. People will take advantage of you if you love so blindly. Taehyung, then please, take advantage of me, princess. If it's you, I'll be the happiest man alive. His words caught you off guard again. Your heart softened. You never realized how deeply he loved you. Taehyung, now come on. Let's eat something healthy. And don't forget your exercises. You'll be fine soon, okay? Wyan, do you really think I'll walk again? Will I even move my legs? You looked deeply into his eyes, searching for hope. He smiled brightly, full of confidence. Taehyung, walk? You'll come running into my arms one day, sweetheart. He grinned widely. A tear slipped down your cheek. You smiled back at him, your vision blurry with tears. And for the first time in a long while, you believed it too. One whole month passed just like that. And in this 1 month, Taehyung had taken care of you in a way no one ever did before. He massaged your legs every day, helped you with your exercises patiently, made sure you ate healthy, made you laugh with his silly jokes, entertained you whenever you felt low, and did everything just to see you smile. Every little thing he did, every small care he showed, made you realize how foolish you had been to reject him before. How blind you were to choose that selfish, heartless ex-boyfriend over this man. This man who loved you with all his heart, without asking for anything in return. And tonight, Taehyung had arranged a grand party, just for you. The game you designed and launched just a week ago had become a massive success. The whole industry was talking about you. The media, the business world, everyone praised your work. But honestly, you weren't even sure if you should launch the game in the first place. You were scared, full of doubts. But it was Taehyung who believed in you when you couldn't believe in yourself. He pushed you forward, encouraged you, and gave you strength. And now, he even threw a grand party because of your success. Wyan, what are you doing, Taehyung? You could have just brought me in the wheelchair. Taehyung, smirking, I'm just showing off, sweetheart. Showing everyone that I have something they never had and never will. And why use a wheelchair when my arms are strong enough to carry you anytime? I didn't build these muscles for nothing, you know. He gave you that cocky smirk again, and your face turned deep red. Embarrassed, you hid your face against his chest as he carried you into the party, like you were the most precious thing in his life, but your smile slowly faded when your eyes landed on them. Anna and your ex-fiancé, Cooker, sitting together at the dining table. Your fingers gripped Taehyung's shirt tightly, your heart suddenly heavy. Taehyung felt it right away. His arm around your waist tightened, pulling you closer. Taehyung whispering, Let them see what they lost, sweetheart. Revenge tastes sweeter this way. He winked at you, and a small smile appeared on your lips. With him, you always felt safe, untouchable. At the dining table, instead of giving you a chair, Taehyung sat down and gently placed you on his lap, wrapping his arm around you proudly. Your eyes widened at his bold gesture. Anna clenched her jaw, full of jealousy. Cooker kept staring at you, unable to hide the fact that you looked stunning tonight, wearing the dress Taehyung chose for you. Taehyung didn't miss Cooker's gaze. His smirk deepened. He pulled you even closer, pressing his cheek softly against yours. Cooker, irritated, how about you put her down, Mr. Kim? You're making everyone uncomfortable. I mean, this isn't even your house. Taehyung, coldly, my party, my chair, my woman. What's your problem, mister? What was your name again? Taehyung's smirk grew wider as Cooker fumed in anger. Taehyung, yes, Cooker. That name suits you perfectly. You should check its meaning sometime. And if anyone here feels uncomfortable seeing me love my wife, they're welcome to leave. The whole room fell silent. Your father nodded at Taehyung with quiet pride. Then Taehyung picked up a spoon and started feeding you gently, as if no one else existed. Wyan, whispering, did you read that book I recommended? You looked at him curiously. You recognized the words he just used. You'd read them before. Taehyung, smiling, every single book, sweetheart. Your cheeks flushed again, your heart fluttering. But then a crash. The sound of breaking glass made you both turn your heads. Cooker had slammed his wine glass down, cracking it in anger. Taehyung raised an eyebrow, calm as ever. Taehyung, by the way, how's life after bankruptcy, Cooker? You froze, choking a little. Bankruptcy? You had no idea. The whole room gasped. The atmosphere changed instantly. Cooker, gritting his teeth, you seem very interested in my life, Mr. Kim. Taehyung, only because you're still poking into mine. Hiring people to spy on me? You should have known better. Look at you now, no money, no pride, no happiness. Cooker, money can't buy happiness, Mr. Kim. Taehyung glanced at his wine glass, then looked straight at Cooker. Taehyung, did you enjoy that wine, Cooker? Cooker, yes, I did. Taehyung, smirking, I bought everything here tonight, including that wine. That's what money brings, my dear. He said it so casually while gently wiping the corner of your lips with his thumb. You stared at him, speechless. That's when you realized. He didn't just love you. He avenged you. He destroyed the man who broke you. He took away Cooker's only pride, his money, his reputation. And tonight, sitting on Taehyung's lap, you felt something you hadn't felt in a long time, peace. You sat between Taehyung's thighs, your back resting against his strong chest, while his arms gently wrapped around your waist. The cool night breeze whispered around you both as a sky full of stars sparkled above. After the party, he had brought you here, his favorite place, the place where he always came when he felt lost. But tonight, he wasn't lost. Tonight, he had you. Taehyung, do you like it? Wyan, I love it. You whispered softly, your hand sliding over his, fingers intertwining. The silence between you was peaceful, but inside, your heart was far from calm. You looked up at the stars and spoke, your voice gentle. Wyan, don't you ever regret loving me, Taehyung? I didn't even see you back then. Taehyung, smiling softly, you were blinded by his lies, sweetheart. You thought he was the right one, so you kept rejecting me. You were loyal to the man you believed loved you. And for that, I could never hate you. Wyan, still, I was so cruel to you. I said so many hurtful things. Taehyung, and yet you also told me you loved me. You comforted me. You fell asleep peacefully in my arms every night. You turned to him, confused. That never happened. When did I? Taehyung, smiling softly, in my dreams. You hugged me tightly, whispered that you loved me, and I would fall asleep holding you. Every night. When? So, those dreams were enough for you. Taehyung, they were all I had back then. But now, having you truly in my arms, I know those dreams weren't enough. Because this reality is far more beautiful than any dream I ever had. Your eyes filled with tears as you smiled, holding his hand tightly. You sighed deeply. Wyan, I'll be waiting for you. At home. When you come back. Taehyung confused. Why would you wait for me? I'm not going anywhere. Wyan. Dad told me everything, Taehyung. About the deal. You delayed it. For me. But it's time now. You need to go. You felt his arms tighten around your waist. His head dropped, resting softly against yours, and he shook his head slowly. Taehyung, broken voice. If I leave now, I won't be back for months. Please, don't ask me to go. Not now. Not when I finally have you in my arms. Don't push me away again, sweetheart. His voice trembled as he held you tighter, like he was afraid you'd disappear. You cupped his face gently, making him meet your eyes. Wyan. Shoo. It's okay. I'm not pushing you away. I'm asking you to go and chase your dream, for me. Taehyung. But my dream is already here. You're my dream. What more could I want? Wyan. Look at me, Taehyung. He did. His eyes were pleading you not to send him away, but deep down, he knew you'd convince him, no matter how many times he said no. Wyan. Softly, do this for me. Give me these months, so I can prepare myself to spend forever with you. In the meantime, go and seal that deal you worked so hard for. Deal? You whispered the last word, your gaze locked on his. After a long moment, he finally nodded. It hurt, for both of you, but he agreed. That night, you both fell asleep, holding each other tightly. The last night before months of painful, but hopeful, separation. 6 months later. Every single day, you both spoke through video calls, never missing a chance to whisper, I miss you. Taehyung would fall asleep listening to your voice, and you would wake up to see his sleepy smile on your screen. But today, he was finally back. He had achieved what he went for. He had everything now, but all he wanted was you. His heart pounded as he rushed straight to the bedroom. But the sight that greeted him froze him in place. The room was decorated, exactly like your first night together. Rose petals, soft candles, dim lights, everything was there. Everything, except you. His voice broke into a soft whisper as he called your name. And when he turned, there you were, standing by the table, holding it for support. Dressed in his favorite oversized shirt, holding a bouquet in your trembling hand. His breath hitched. He had read in your reports that you were improving, but this, he wasn't ready for. You had hidden this from him. You worked in silence. Just for this moment. Just for this surprise. Step by step, slowly, carefully, you made your way toward him, steadying yourself with the furniture. And with each small step, Taehyung's eyes filled with tears. Finally, you reached him, placing your hand on his shoulder to balance yourself. He immediately wrapped his arms around your waist, pulling you close, overwhelmed. Taehyung choked whisper, sweetheart. Wyan, bright smile. Yes, darling. You giggled, wrapping your arms around his neck. His heart melted at your laughter, hearing it this close after months. Taehyung, am I dreaming? Wyan, too beautiful to be a dream. But how about I make this dream unforgettable? You leaned in, burying your face in the crook of his neck, sending shivers down his spine. And then your lips met his. Soft kisses, teasing bites, slow, lingering licks. His breath caught. His hands instinctively tightened around your waist. He stumbled back slightly, completely losing control. Taehyung, struggling, hey? What's the meaning of this? It's dangerous, sweetheart. You giggled again, loving how easily you could undo him. Wyan, whispering, and I love this dangerous man. Your words tickled against his skin, making him take a shaky breath. Then he leaned closer to your ear, his voice now low, husky, wild. Taehyung, husky whisper, this is a very wrong way to confess your love, sweetheart. But since you use tricks, let me show you tonight, in my way, just how much I love you. Without any warning, he swept you off your feet, lifting you into his strong arms like you weighed nothing. Your face flushed, especially when you saw the heated blush spreading across his own cheeks. Gently, he laid you on the bed, hovering above you, eyes burning with love and desire. His fingers intertwined with yours, his gaze locked on you. The night ahead was already written, full of passion, full of love, and finally, full of peace. For once, the world outside could wait because tonight, only you both existed. Red heart fire / the end / fire red heart.